Hey, what's going on? It's your tech homeboy. Is it just me? Like, what's up? What's all the fake relationship skits? There seems to always be some new fake relationship skit that comes across my phone or my laptop from day to day. I mean, I had one of it had the one guy from he's a podcast host, and then they had Ernestine Morrison too. And they're like arguing over him being responsible for paying all of the women's dates, and so they're debating like, should a man be responsible for paying for his girlfriend or his partner's friends' dinners as well? And then, of course, you got the McDonald's meal, and you know how the stepdad should be responsible for only his kid and not the other kids in the house, and you know who eats the big piece of chicken first. I mean, there just seems to always be some kind of like fake relationship debate, or not debate, more so like a skit. There always seems to be some kind of fake relationship skit. And the one as of recent is the Cheesecake Factory one. Have y'all seen the Cheesecake Factory one? It's like a woman's in a car and she's arguing with a man who wants to take her to cheesecake, but she's like, I'm above cheesecake. Look at me. And I'm like, okay. So if you go look that up, Cheesecake Factory date, whatever, you'll see the skit I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, you just go check it out and look at her and see if she deserves Cheesecake Factory. But other than that, like, what's wrong with Cheesecake Factory? And I went to Cheesecake Factory like 2022, right? And it wasn't cheap. So I don't know if it's like a image stigma thing about Cheesecake Factory or if it's the price, but Cheesecake Factory is not cheap, especially not when you're out dating someone. So I'm actually gonna go through the menu here, and we're gonna take a look at like what it looks like to have a date at Cheesecake Factory. But I'm like, is there a different Cheesecake Factory that people are going to? Because I went not too recently, but like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, and it was not cheap. Y'all let a brother know something. We're gonna go through the menu here, and I mean, I didn't know, and you know these skits. While I pull this up, these skits, I think some people really think that like sometimes you can't tell if they're fake. You don't know, and so you know people just run around with narratives in their head, and some of them like reinforce the narratives they already have, and some of the issues that we already see. So, y'all tripping though. Y'all really tripping, bro. For real. And I got a calculator pulled up too next to us because we're gonna see the truth. So let's say you just walk in. You know, it's you and your date. Y'all decide to get some avocado egg rolls. So you're up $14.95. You know, this is the menu in Arlington, Texas. You're up $14.95. You know, and I'm actually I'm gonna give y'all a lot of leeway too, because I'm not even gonna make a lot of assumptions, right, about, you know, the drinks and stuff. Let's say your partner doesn't drink. Perfect. So you don't even got to worry about that. But let's just say 15 for the appetizers, right? Because we really about to go through this, because I'm trying to figure out like what are people are really talking about here. So you got some egg rolls, and you meet there for lunch, right? Do you even have the job to meet somewhere for lunch like this? Or do you have like a strict job where you have to be back at exact time? Because a lot of us have careers where we can not have this kind of leisurely lunch, right? Where we got to meet you afterwards. So, you know, those are just a lot of assumptions that people are making too. But let's say we're on lunch. I'm trying to give everyone a benefit of the doubt. We're meeting for lunch. That's the cheapest option. You know, baby girl get a pasta, $17.50, and then, you know, I decided to give me a pizza and a flatbread, $17. So pizza, flatbread, and then baby girl got her something too. pasta. Okay. So appetizers, 2 meals. What's that? $34 plus 15. What is that? $49. Okay. So basically $49 plus tax, 10%. It was 4.9. So let's say about $3. So 52 total with tax, and then tip. I think the tip goes before tax, right? So let's say you do a 15% tip. That's about, let's say you give her $6 for the tip. So 54 total is what you end up paying, but the tax is on the $49, right? So you end up paying. Wait, the tax is on the $49, right? So it's about $3 or $4 in tax, and then plus the tip, right? So we're up $58 right there. All right. Boom. There we go. $58 for lunch. Just a casual lunch, somebody who you don't know that well. Now, y'all know if we go into dinner, it's going to go higher. And you know if she's trifling, or if y'all are trifling, and you get drinks during lunch, that goes up. So $60, that's the question. Is $60 a good price for a lunch date? Now, this is in Arlington, Texas. It's going to depend on your region. You can look at your region and you know your cost of living. Everything's going to matter there. So I'm over here doing math in my head, and I completely forgot there's a calculator right above me. But y'all get my point, right? When you start getting into drinks, when you start getting into your dinners, you know, those $17 quickly goes up to $25. So you're automatically adding, another $8, $9 for your food. And then, for your drinks, you're automatically adding another $10 each for that. So that's the question, man. Like, is $60 a cheap lunch date? And then if you go to dinner, so 60, 2 drinks each, 80. And then the meals go up about $8 or $9 as well. So another $20. So we're up $100, and then of course the tip. So let's say $120. So is $120 a good price to go to dinner for someone that you're dating? That's where y'all can let me know in the comments. Is $60 a good lunch budget for dating, and is $120 a good dinner budget for dating? That's the question. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And so if that's the question, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment on this. Let me know what you think. Your tech homeboy, y'all know what it is. But if that's the question, $60 for lunch date, $120 for dinner date in Arlington, Texas, DFW Metro, not the whole metro, but pretty much like Arlington, the Arlington area. If I was a single guy making what I make now, I would say that I would limit those kind of dates to women who I'm actually like courting, to have a deeper and more long-term relationship. That's my answer. If it's someone who I'm casually dating, that is too much. I would say yes, that's too much. Because if you're casually dating that one person, you're casually dating multiple people. So if you are doing this a few times a week with someone you're casually dating, with people you are casually dating, like if I'm talking to 2 or 3 women and I'm doing this once a week with them, or even once every other week, the math is not really math in there. I would more so limit this to someone who I'm actually courting and trying to have a long-term relationship with. Now, even if you are trying to have a long-term relationship with, and he's like, man, this is still too much money for a date, I understand. For one, you need to make more money. That's the number one thing. But for 2, there are some alternatives, right? You can go to a coffee shop, right? And you can even spend nice money on coffee, right? So you can go to a coffee tea place, assuming you live nearby a coffee tea place. If you don't live nearby a coffee tea place, then you might also, again, make more money so you can live nearby a coffee tea place. Because I thought there was coffee tea places everywhere. Now, obviously, if you live in certain places, there are not coffee tea places everywhere. But that goes back to my original point, right? So You can go to a coffee and tea place and spend some good money on coffee and tea. Don't just settle for the $6, $7 coffee. Go for the $10 coffee. Go for the matcha, the ice, honey, lavender, matcha, oat milk latte, and then spend the $10. Even spend $5 or $7 for the slice of cake or for the cookies, and then spend $6, $7 for yourself, and that's all on $25, and that'll be an awesome coffee and tea on the person you're dating's behalf, and that'd be a good experience for you, and that'd be an opportunity for y'all to actually have a discussion and talk, because that's ultimately what you want. You want to be able to talk, discuss things, talk about yourself, about each other's families, learn about each other, because if you are staking it and knifing it, or even going to a movie theater, spending a lot of money on popcorn, because you can't spend $15 a movie ticket, popcorn, soda. Even if baby girl's bringing in vodka in a purse and some juice, you're still gonna spend money for the movie ticket, the soda, and the popcorn. I gotta have the popcorn when I go. You are spending way more than $25, so go ahead, take it to Panera Bread, freaking Scooters, Dutch, wherever. Have y'all a really nice ice cream, coffee, tea. There's even some lactose-free options for you out there, and that actually gives you an opportunity to do what you want to do, so you don't have to waste your time or your money, which is actually get to know someone and have a conversation and learn about them and have them learn about you too. Now, if you are whack in conversation and you are a nervous person and you don't like to open up and be vulnerable to people, then maybe you prefer to go to the movies or go to the club somewhere where it's loud. There's a list floating out here somewhere that's like the list of places you don't take someone for the first date. I mostly agree with the list. Y'all can go check that out, but that's the point of dating. When you're actually dating, want to get to know people, these are the kind of things you do. And I would even say Cheesecake Factory is not probably where I wouldn't go for a first date. A park is an option too. You can set up something at a park. There's so many options now where you can set up like picnics and dates and like food delivery at a park. So that's my advice to people who are here dating. But yeah, man, I just wanted to come here, give my 2 cents on all this Cheesecake Factory dating conversation. Hopefully it helps somebody out here who's dating. Y'all gotta really stop these fake relationships, kids. That stuff is killing me. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Boom!